region will have some more versions of this PKP, which has things like rails for night optics and other shit like that. But we're going to say it only has the PKM. So the PKM is a really fucking basic machine gun. I mean, it's kind of AK-47 kind of era in terms of how it is. It does mean it's really fucking reliable, and you can drag it through fucking shit and mud and all manner of other things, and it keeps working. But it doesn't have a lot of the niceties we're used to in terms of using modern support weapons. Clearly, it doesn't have any kind of suppressor. So there's been a few times where we've used support weapons where we've had to keep our support gunner quiet until we're in a louder engagement, and then he can kind of rip a little bit. That will be very much the case if we decide to take the PKM out into the field. In terms of tonight's practice and general run through, both elements, if you can make sure at least two of you guys have got PKMs so we can drive some familiarity, and also try and rotate it through the rest of the team so everyone kind of gets used to using it. It's ultra fucking basic, right? It's only got iron sights, you can't get anything else with it. Trying to use iron sights on the AKs is fine, trying to use them on the PKM when it's fucking rattling off rounds is a lot harder. So it's kind of an acquired skill. We can't slot on different bipods and lights and lasers and shit like that. It's pretty much as it comes. However, do have 3 different types of ammo. Okay, so there's all these ammos are in the box, and again we'll use it depending on what we're doing. So the 57N323 ammo is the kind of generic general use ammo. It's the one with the big long fucking number convention to it, and that should be 9 times out of 10 the thing you're probably gonna load up with. There are 2 specialist forms of ammo: the ZN13, which is the armor piercing version, and then there's the ZBZ3, which is the armor piercing incendiary. So if we're going to be fighting or ambushing light vehicles, trucks, UAZs, maybe light fortifications, maybe brick buildings, stuff like that, we might issue you with that, because then that's going to be painful for the bad guys. If we know we're going to be going up against light armoured vehicles, it'll be the armour piercing stuff, but outside of that it's probably going to be the generic ammo. So depending on what the mission profile of who we think we're going to be fighting will be, we'll load different ammo. Again, squad leaders, or element leaders rather, you need to have your heads on a swivel a little bit about which ammo we're going to use on each given basis. Let's make sure we've got 2 PKMs per team. Even if you don't fucking like using machine guns, even if you fucking hate using machine guns, please, everyone's going to get a go with it tonight, and I want at least 2 people running with it just for familiarity purposes. Any questions around that? Alright, okay, so on to grenades. So we've already covered off RGOs and IGNs. Remember, the N variant is the now variant. It's the one that has the most impact grenade-like feature. Grenade launch users, I've put the VOG-25s, and I've actually put the bouncing one in there as well. So if you want to load up with either of them, they'll be in that crate now. But from a regular grade perspective, I've put a bunch of other grenades in now. So we've got smoke grenades, we've got flares, and we've got their version of a stun grenade. Kind of flat. It's kind of a cross between a stun grenade and a flashbang. It's not. It is a flashbang, but it has elements of a stun grenade to it as well. So in there you'll find a series of NSP grenades with colours listed after them. They are flares. If you don't have a reason to have a flare, don't pick a fucking flare. But all the versions are in there. There is one exception to that. Okay, the NSP-D is not a flare. It's a smoke grenade. It's an orange smoke grenade. They don't have a lot of coloured smoke grenades in the Russian arsenal. There is around other parts of Eastern Europe, but not really in either the former Soviet or the current Russian Federation. So they do have white and black grenades. There are white and black grenades, smoke grenades clearly listed in there. I'm not fussed about whether you use white or black grenades. It's really up to you. I can see everyone's going to fucking pick black because it's cool, but I'm not really fussed which we use. It's going to be down to personal choice. Element leaders and stone, anyone that would need to carry a colour grenade for marking purposes, either artillery, air, we're probably not going to be heloed in and out that often, so it's probably not going to be for marking an LZ. But if you have a need for a coloured grenade, given that we've only got one coloured grenade in there, let's keep that NSP-D as our mark grenade. Okay, it doesn't say that it's an orange smoke grenade. You just got to trust me that it is an orange smoke grenade. Yep. So that's that. So 2 final items then. A contentious one and a non-contentious one. So RPGs. There are actually quite a lot of variety of former Soviet and modern day Russian Federation produced rocket launchers. The area where we're going to be in, there's only really 2 types. There's the classic RPG-7, which is the thing that you're used to seeing, right? And then there's the RPG-26. The RPG-26 is very like our 84. Okay, it's light, it's single shot only, it's an anti-tank weapon in the main. You shoot it, you drop it, you move on. The RPG-26 is quite a lot lighter than the RPG-7, does more damage, it's more accurate, it's more modern. It wasn't built just after the Second World War, so that, when we're deploying, will be the weapon system we use as standard. So in terms of how we load out, I've only put the RPG-26 in there, only use that. Finally, NVGs. The most commonly used NVGs in the region, the 1P something or other. 28 is it?
EN 38.
38 is in the box. Okay, it is a monocular style NVG. It is Gen 3. Okay, so it's not shit, but it is a monocular. And it is the one, when they're found, is most commonly found in region. The partner nation that we're operating in does have them. Then does only tend to be with their regular army, but they do have them. And the other side will most commonly have these as well. They do not have, or outside of Alpha and some of the more elite Spetsnaz units, they don't have any binocular style NVGs.